Eric Wallace is the most inconsistent showrunner of all time. Now, I don't watch a lot of TV shows, okay? But as far as I'm concerned, this man right here that you see on your screen is the most inconsistent showrunner of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to class. Do you guys remember what I said in my last video about The Flash? Now, my last video talking about what I expected for The Flash Season 9. Do you guys remember what I said? If you don't remember what I said, wrote a clip. I just pray the season is good, man. I pray the writing is good. Season 8, I think the first half was good. I don't know what's going on with like second half. It's like they always sell off when it comes to second half of the season. I don't know. They go off to a great start and then they just go completely down. I don't understand how that works. Like, just make it good throughout. I don't know. I'm not gonna make this video too long. Like I said, I pray that this season is good, man. I just pray that it's good. They're bringing back all the characters that we like. You know what I mean? I pray that it's like good, emotional. You know, makes me cry, even though I don't cry like that. Bro, I thought there was a spider in my hand. Yeah, I pray that it's good. You know, this is what I pray for. It comes out tomorrow. I'm not gonna watch it Wednesday because I don't watch it live. I have to watch it like Thursday on the CW app, or I could watch it on my TV after, I guess. But we'll see. I asked the executive producers, the writers, the directors, the showrunner, everybody who was in charge of The Flash as a whole, the creative team, all of the above. FX doesn't... Anyway, the people that are in charge of the writing and the creativity of this show, I asked very nicely to please have a good last season of this show. I've been with this show for 9 years of my life on this earth. 9 years. I'm 21 now. 21 minus 9, I was 12 years old. Not even hitting puberty yet, I'm pretty sure, as far as I can remember. I didn't even hit puberty yet, and I was watching this show. Skeptical about the show at first, but I watched it, and I enjoyed it. Now, mind you, when I was a minor, when I was young or whatever, I did not know what good writing was, okay? But even when I rewatched the show, I knew it was great. So, season 1 to season 5, right? There was some controversy with the showrunners, right? And one of the showrunners left because of some controversy. He got in some problems, and then the other showrunner left. And then you had, I think, this man that you see on your screen, on your device, was an executive producer or a writer or something. He was something a part of the creative team of the show, right? And he decided to become the showrunner of The Flash. Now, if you don't know what showrunner means, here's a definition. So now that you know the definition, he is in charge of majority of the creativity, the writing, how the show is going to go, and how it's going to plan out throughout the season. He's in charge of that. He has been in charge since season 6. Okay? Now that I introduced you to the prerequisite of the class session, let's go into the main objective of this class. Eric Wallace is the most inconsistent showrunner of all time. Now, I don't watch a lot of TV shows, okay? But as far as I'm concerned, this man right here that you see on your screen is the most inconsistent showrunner of all time. Now, Wallace, actually, let me put respect on your name because you didn't put respect on our name when we watched the show, the viewers. Mr. Eric Wallace, you had one job. This was the final season of the show in history. This show is never going to come back, ever. It's canceled, it's done. You had one job, right? One job. To make sure that the fans are happy, right? Cool. Were we happy? Absolutely not. No. people that have been watching the show since season 1 are not happy. Well, probably people that watch the show from season 6 are probably happy. You know, they don't really care. But the people that have been loyal from the beginning, we're not happy. You are super inconsistent as a showrunner. I don't understand how you get the access to the show and you have a good run in season 6. The first half of season 6, right? Bloodwork arc was fantastic. Great writing. You know, the actors did a great job. And the acting has been great throughout all the seasons. It's just the writing. You get what I mean? So anyway, you had a great run from the beginning of season 6. And it was a little bit wonky during the ending of season 6. But I'm going to give you a slap on the wrist because of the whole pandemic, right? So I give you a slap on the wrist. You have an excuse, right? Now that we have that out the way, right? How do you go from this to this? How? How do you do that, Mr. Wallace? How? I'm sorry, Mr. Eric Wallace, because you disrespected us. And I want to respect you. So, Mr. Eric Wallace, how do you go from this to this? How? Now, I know somebody might say, oh, he's not in charge of all of the creativity. He is literally the last say of everything. Literally, he's the last say of everything. He has majority of the control of the writing. So if he feels like, yo, this is not cool, I'm not going to go with it. This was the same man, mind you, that did not want to let Barry Allen in the last episode of the whole season get hit by lightning. And then it caused a whole loop, like how with the reverse flash thing. He didn't want to do that. He said that was too lame. He don't want to do that, he don't want a sad ending when he wanted a happy ending. This is the same guy that did that. So nobody can tell me he doesn't have creative control. He do. He does. So nobody come in my comment section to, oh, he don't have full control. He do. I don't want to hear none of that. Nothing. No excuses for this man. He got to get this AP today. Bars. Okay? So anyway, Mr. Eric Wallace is the most inconsistent showrunner of all time. Now, I can sit up here and talk about all the inconsistencies, all his best episodes, the worst episodes. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what this video is about. That's not what this class is about today. The slideshow is about today. Okay? We're going to be reviewing season 9. I'm not going to go into depth, going to what the nitty gritty, what happened. I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to give you a gist of what the episode was, my problems with it, and why this man is the most inconsistent showrunner of all time. It's funny because this guy's on strike right now. We should be going on strike for what you gave us, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, let's go into the review of season 9. I'm gonna be breaking down this video by arcs. We're gonna go by the Red Death arc, then the interludes, and then the final arc of the season, which was Cobalt Blue. Okay. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're in class, so we have slideshows. So let's talk about the Red Death arc. Okay. It started off okay. It started off pretty, mediocre. It wasn't too bad, And then when they really introduced Red Death, she gave off Zoom vibes, She gave off, vibes of Zoom somewhat. We expect her to be, to fill out her character. Be deaf, kill people and all this other stuff, right? When she had the mask on, it was okay. When she had the mask on, it was actually good, right? When she took off the mask, I could not take her serious. I could not take her serious, man. I could not take her serious. If this person right here that you see on your screen, if this person was about to take your shoes, rob you, take your whole Nike text and all that, if they was about to do that to you, would you be afraid? Be honest. Be honest. Would you be afraid? Would you think that this person will snap your neck in 2.5? Do you believe that? Would you take them serious? Would you take this woman serious that screams like an elephant? Would you? And also, they didn't explain how Batwoman, the original Batwoman from Earth Prime, disappeared and she came out of nowhere to help the Flash. Where did you come from? How do you grab the milk and come out of nowhere and not explain where you went? How? Where did you go? Shout out to Brandon because he made a video complaining about the CGI with the Flash being Captain America. I thought it was okay because we don't get speedster fights no more. The last speedster fight we got was some freaking lightsaber Star Wars sponsor. So I'm happy with that than the foolishness that we got in season, what was that, season 8, bro? That was season 7, actually. Season 7. This arc was very below mid. Below mid. The ending was terrible. Batwoman came out of nowhere. They didn't really explain where she came from until later when Oliver explained it, by the way. She made up some stupid Bro, it just doesn't make any sense. It don't. And then they brought back the meme team. I forgot those rogues that nobody really cared about. Nobody really liked, actually. Guy that does the vibrations or whatever. He was pretty cool. The Red Hotness, the worst episode. The Iris Run Iris, that was the worst episode. Don't know why they brought him back. But his character arc was okay, I guess. And they brought back Goldface, the worst character in the whole show. Nobody cares about. But they ended up redeeming him somehow. He was an okay character. I don't understand why they did that. Like, you chose to bring back the most non-caring characters of all time. Why? Why can't they just let the Flash be the Flash? This show is not called The Flash and His Friends. It's not called that. It is called The Flash, singular person. It is not called The Flash. The show is not called Team Flash. I did not come to watch Team Flash. I came to watch The Flash, a singular person. Not plural, singular. I didn't come to see a team. I came to see the Flash fight alone. When was the last time the Flash actually fought someone on their own? What was that, season 8 when he fought those scrubs? Those casino scrub people with tattoos on their face? Those scrubs? Those don't count. Those are scrubs he can beat up any day of the week. The last time this man beat somebody was in season 2. Zoom, he actually beat him up. The time race took him and bodied him, but he did beat him up. I think that was the last time we saw the Flash actually did something by himself, excusing the season 8 where he beat up the dominant. I forgot what their name, whatever their name is. The first episode of season 8 where he beat those people, and I think he beat Despero too, but he had help from Team Flash, of course. So it's like he can't. Season 8. The first arc was below mid. I like what they did with Red Death with her mask on. She was menacing, and she's called the Red Death and only bodied one person. And it wasn't even her. It was literally her, like a robot that bodied somebody. And it was the most stupidest way. Like, oh my goodness, bro. I'm getting frustrated, bro. We're getting frustrated because this show used to be so good. Even though it had its stupid moments, the writing was good. It actually made sense. Anyway, I'm going to get off of this before I get more annoyed. See, this arc, episode 1 to 5, was mid. It was below mid. It was watchable. But would I watch it again? Absolutely not. Okay? Let's go on to the interlude episodes. Do I even have to say anything, bro? Just look who's on your screen, man. Look! Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and be a follower, okay? I actually like Allegra. I actually do. It's not because of her looks. I actually thought her character, her character development was actually good in season 6. You know, they had that Rhea Deleuze episode, which was boring. I did not like it. It was boring. But I don't think she deserves all the hate that she gets. I think she's actually a decent character compared to Cecile, the person on her left. So I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't like all the hate that Allegra gets, but I understand it. You know what I mean? The stuff that they do, they don't make nothing natural. They just push it in your face. They just push Allegra and Cecile in your face all day, every day. Now imagine if a screen came off with stench. You could actually smell a screen, and they actually smell terrible. We would be dead. Anyway, I don't know why why. I don't understand why. I don't know if this was a feminist tactic or whatever they was trying to do, They did that in season 4 with the all girls night out thing, which was absolutely terrible. Nobody liked it. I don't understand why they did this. I don't even think Barry was in this episode at all. How are you going to make the... Bro, I was about to hit this, bro. There's like glass right here. How are you going to make a season, the final season of The Flash, the final season, and not have the main character in the episode? Now, I understand if you want to give him a break, that's fine. But at least give us characters that we care about. We don't care about them. We don't. We don't care. Stop. We've been saying this since season 4, man. Can somebody please explain to me how Cecile has powers, bro? I even looked it up. I looked it up so many times. There was no good explanation to why this woman has powers, bro. Why does she have powers for? It wasn't because of no Flashpoint. It wasn't because she was a bus meta. It wasn't even because Crisis on Infinite Earths. It wasn't even because of that. They just gave her powers for no reason. Like she got powers because she got pregnant or something. Are you... They brought back that lucky girl. And bro, she... Like, why? Nobody cared about her. Why did you bring her back? Why? You couldn't bring back Captain Cold. You couldn't bring back Firestorm. You couldn't bring back any of those characters, bro. Ronnie. Like, you couldn't bring back any of them. But you had to bring out a villain that nobody cares about. Why? Why? Why are you bringing back characters that nobody cares about? Why? I can understand it's because of the schedule or something like that. But improvise. Don't give us stuff that we don't care about. We don't care about these two characters. And that villain. And to top it all off, the episode was trash. I'm not even going to talk about more about this episode. This episode was garbage. Get this off my screen. Next. Then we have another episode with useless people. I'm not talking about the actors. I'm talking about the show. The characters in the show. Who, this is a girl from Supergirl or something like that. I don't know if she's important in Supergirl, nor do I care. Why is she in this episode? For what? This didn't develop no story, no nothing. Now I know interlude episodes are supposed to be like not, there's just like episodes that have no impact to the main plot of the whole season or nothing like that, or the whole arc. But bro, can you at least make it entertaining? Make it have a purpose? This had no purpose. And then you give us a character that nobody cares about. You couldn't give us a character from Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow. You give us a character from Supergirl, bro. Not even Supergirl herself or her husband or something. You give us her. Who is this woman? Who? I don't know who this is. Now, I'm ignorant. I don't know who she is. And this episode was about a dream. It has something to do with Iris. What does Iris have to do with dreams, bro? This would have been better if they did it last season when she had the whole sickness going on. That would have been better. But they did it here for no reason. No purpose. Nothing. This was a waste of an episode, of a waste of my time. This episode had no purpose, period. At least this episode was better than the last one. But this episode had no purpose. Who is this woman? Next, another interlude episode. We had 3 interlude episodes in the final season of The Flash. Mr. Eric Wallace, what is wrong with you, bro? I don't know if it's the CW. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's the whole team. But something is wrong with somebody there. That's all I know. That's all that I know. Mind you, those last 2 episodes, we barely got Barry Allen in it. Barely. Now, this episode, we got Barry Allen. But this episode had no purpose again. How do you have 3 episodes in a row with no purpose, bro? Not even entertaining. Not even like... How do you do it? How do you sit down, write it, you look at the script, and they're like, yo, this is fire, man. This is a firework, man. I love this work. This is so fire, man. The fans are gonna love it. An episode that has nothing to do with the story arc. An episode that's not gonna lead to nothing. And yeah, we just like it. And this episode didn't even make any sense either. It has something to do with like some mole time thing. And this woman stole something. And then they talked her out of stealing something. And then she just went to jail. Next. Now, we have the best episode out of the whole season. They brought characters back like Oliver, Diggle, and Kid Flash. Great writing. And this is what I'm talking about. How are you the showrunner, Mr. Eric Wallace? How are you the showrunner, right? You make below mid episodes, and then you give us a banger like this. I don't understand. How do you do it? How do you just succumb to like, you know what? I'm gonna make this trash, I'm gonna piss people off, and I'm gonna make a good episode. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's kinda like gaslighting and manipulation, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Cause you're playing with our emotions now. I don't understand how you do it, dude. I don't understand how you do it. I don't understand how you make a good episode. You make terrible episodes. Episodes with absolutely no purpose. And then you make an episode like this. I don't understand that. You gave us below 5 out of 10s, and then you give us a 9 out of 10. I don't understand. Now we have probably the best episode out of the whole season. Out of the whole show. Probably one of. I'm not going to say this is the best episode, but it's probably one of the best episodes of the whole show. And guess what? Eric Wallace wrote this episode. Crazy, right? I know. He wrote this. I don't, like I said, I don't understand how do you sit up here, make terrible episodes, and then you sit up here and give us a banger. I don't understand that. It's like you're inconsistent on purpose. The only problem with this episode is the whole, it's just a tiny bit of a problem. You know, when they went back, you know, they fought at the Barry's mom's house or whatever. Like, the suit wasn't the same, but that's a tiny thing. That's a tiny bit of a problem. And plus, he replaced the other timeline Flash since the old timeline was gone. So I'll give him a slide for that. I shouldn't give them no slides, period. But I'm gonna give him a slide for that. So, and this is the best suit out of like the whole season, so it's fine. But yeah, bro, everything in this episode was phenomenal. The acting was phenomenal. The plot was phenomenal. Everything was phenomenal in this episode. No problems with this episode, period. So, like I said, I don't understand how Mr. Eric Wallace. Let me say this personally to you. I don't understand how you sit up here, make trash, garbage. You make trash, filth. And then you sit up here and give us a fire banger episode like we just didn't have to deal with rat, garbage, mutated roaches, and garbage. Those past other episodes. We're supposed to just let this slide because it's a banger? Nah, you gotta get this AP. Phenomenal episode. Next. Now we start to get to the Cobalt Blue stuff. This guy, forgot what this guy's name is. Totally irrelevant character. I think as an actor he's very good, but as a character he's trash. Nobody cares about him. I forgot his name. That's how much you know how he's irrelevant. He's literally there for Keone, which I don't understand why they just got rid of Caitlyn and nobody cared. Like, they literally did not care about Caitlyn until the episode with Bloodwork where Barry's like is feeling emotional about it. And that was only Barry, by the way. Nobody else seemed to care about Caitlyn being gone. When Frost died, they made a whole episode dedicated to her. We got nothing for Caitlyn. It's almost like they did not care. And then they gave us a slap on the wrist and said, oh, here's Caitlyn at the end of the episode. The last episode of the whole season show. I don't really have to say much about this Cobalt Blue stuff because, like I said, it was below mid. The thing I really want to talk about is the last episode of the whole show. That's what I really want to talk about. I don't really care about the whole build-up. The whole build-up was okay. It was mid. It wasn't below mid. It was mid. It was watchable. I can watch it again, but probably won't. But let's go into the final episode of The Flash, the whole series. Now we got our favorite character of all time. How I got my name, by the way. Zoom, we don't care about old Godspeed. We don't care about them. Get him out of here. And we got Tom Cavanaugh. Why they didn't get Matt Lecture in here, I couldn't tell you. What they did with Zoom was an injustice. It should be a crime. Somebody needs to go to jail. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody needs to go to jail, bro. What they did with Zoom. The way he said he can't lock up the darkness was the most cringe fest thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. If I was the showrunner and he did that, I'm telling him to rehearse that every single time until he gets it right. And I'm being serious too. Because Eric Wallace sat up there was like, yo, that was fire. Let's wrap it up. What they did to all these characters, Savitar's missing here, was an injustice. They literally bodied season dedicated characters in 2.5 seconds. They like characters like Allegra. Let me not say her name before I get mad. Her. XS was okay, I guess. Because I would say she's faster than Savitar, so I guess that's a slide. I guess. And the way they finished off Eddie, how they ended Aries' arc, was absolutely buffoonery. It was debauchery. It was embarrassing. And why did Jay Garrick come out of nowhere and was not there for the rest of the episode? I mean, he was in the ending when Joe and... I'm not going to say her name. I'm waiting till the end of the end of this video before I mention her name. Jay showed up out of nowhere to do one thing and then show up at a wedding and dip. That's it. There was no importance of his role at all. He said one line and that was it. What they did to these... And I don't understand why they made all these characters have red lightning. Like, I don't have OCD or anything, but if I did have OCD, that was real OCD, bro. Because I don't know why they made every character to have red lightning. Why couldn't they give them their each respective lightning that they have, what they had originally? I don't understand why they didn't do that. I understand because this is a negative speed force, but come on, bro. It looked mad strange. It looked mad, like, it just didn't look good at all. Now that I'm done with that, let's go into the big meat of this episode. Now, look at this character. Now, mind you, I'm not talking about the actor. I think the actor is really cool. I just realized that she voiced Jackie Briggs in Mortal Kombat X. I didn't even know that. I did not know that. I think that's pretty cool. As an actor, I think she's wonderful. I'm pretty sure she's a wonderful person. But as this character, she's just getting the script. So, nothing against the actor, okay? And mind you, people loved her for what she was, like an attorney. Okay? This character right here. I don't even know what to say, dude. Because I said so much, and it's like, bro, my biggest question of them all. How and why could she fly? And where did she get her suit from? It was from the future. You mean to tell me Chester made that in 2.5, bro? Where did she get that suit from? And why could she fly? Why? Since when can she fly for? Why does all the characters are able to keep up with people that are like Mach 20, Mach 25, probably Mach 1,000? Like, why? And they beat them in a couple of minutes. Why, bro? Why? Why? I don't why? Like, what is the brain capacity, the brain cells working in these writers, bro? Why? I know this is fictional. It's not supposed to make any sense, but please make it make sense, bro. Please. Why is Cecile flying for, bro? She never flied in any other episode ever. But because it's the season finale, it is the final episode of the whole freaking series, she flies and she beats a whole bunch of Godspeeds, bro. Now, mind you, Godspeed is a scrub, but she beat him in 3 minutes? Are you serious? What they should have did was they should have made, let all these characters be body speedsters and let Barry Allen show his true power and body all them. It is Mr. Eric Wallace's show. He has to make all the characters that he loves win and overcome these beloved characters that we grew up with and loved. And body them in 2.5. Mr. Eric Wallace, man. Can somebody please tell me why this woman flies? Can somebody please tell me? No? Okay, cool. So, to put salt on the wound, what Eric Wallace decided to do to end off this episode, one of the second to last scenes of this season, the last episode of the entire series. I sound like a preacher. What this man decided to do, Mr. Eric Wallace, because I respect you because you didn't respect the fans. What you decided to do, you decided to make Joe the second to last episode of the final season of the last episode of the whole series. I'm sorry, I'm saying this like 8 times. It's because it is so crazy that he did this. He decided to make Joe propose to Cecile, when this man could have did that a long time ago, off screen. Why did you do? This man decided to propose at the baby shower. Isn't that disrespectful? Why did you decide to do, like, you tried to overshadow Barry and Iris' moment, and you decided to do that? Are you? This man already had a kid with her. You didn't decide to do that when y'all had the kid or whatever. You decided to do that at. I'm done, bro. The last thing that Eric Wallace decided to do, Mr. Eric Wallace, I apologize because you disrespected us, and I want to respect you. You decided to make the last episode, the last scene of the episode, right? You decided to make Barry say this monologue to his daughter, which I find was fine. That was cool. Decides to throw up lightning, right? Throw up lightning like he's Zeus, right? And let it hit 3 people that we're never going to see ever. That's never going to happen. You decided to let Barry Allen, Grant Gustin as the actor, to throw up lightning and let that lightning from his speed force hit 3 people that we're never going to see in action.
Why would that man play games with me? Why would you play games with me?
In conclusion, Mr. Eric Wallace, we should be going on strike. We should. Not you. We. Off of that trash you gave us. Off of that inconsistent garbage you gave us. I'm going to put emphasis on this every single time. How do you sit up there and give us some trash, garbage, mutated Ninja Turtles? Ninja Turtles are cool. How do you sit up here and give us mutated rats, mutated garbage roaches, trash, garbage, debauchery, atrocious, embarrassing episodes, and then sit up here and give us some fire, excellent work? Can you please tell me that? And then this guy had the audacity to sit up here and go on an interview and say he had more stuff in the plate. And you know what he had more in the plate? I'm gonna show it on the screen. He had the audacity to sit up there and say he had a whole arc for Chester and Allegra. You know we don't like these characters. Chester is cool. I like Allegra, but push her in our face all day. So I'm gonna end up this video. In conclusion, man, class, Eric Wallace needs to go to math class. He needs to learn some slopes. Mr. Eric Wallace needs to learn how to do slopes because he is too inconsistent. He cannot be a positive slope. He can't just go up. He can't. He is undefined. He is a scattered, dotted slope. If you ask this man to do a slope that's positive, it will be like this, all over the place, all over the freaking place. He can't just be positive all the time. He just can't. And if it's not him, it's the CW or whoever created this foolishness, bro. I'm out of here, bro. I'm done complaining. This man ruined. I'm not gonna say he ruined my childhood, but he definitely put a lot of salt on the wound, bro. Because I grew up with this show, and it comes to turn out that this show ended up being garbage. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Season 9 was very disappointing, bro. Very disappointing. I said I wanted this show to end off on a good note. It did not end on no good note. It ended on a note where it pissed me off. It didn't end on no good note. Nothing. He gave us 2 good episodes. That's it. And send us off. Like I said, you should not be going on strike. We should be going on strike. If you guys haven't already, leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. Subscribe to my Christian channel. It's very important to your salvation. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. God bless.